So let's get straight to the point here. You might have noticed that I stopped building with Gravitrax. My last video using the Gravitrax sets was the Christmas 2023 marble run. Even though I have a marble wipeout video planned using the Gravitrax marble run parts, I haven't built a marble run with only Gravitrax parts in 4 years. Some of you guys might know I once had a marble run channel called Marble Forts, which I used to upload some of my Gravitrax marble run creations. But since late 2021, I had deleted all of the videos and turned it into a Gravitrax marble run compilation video on my main channel. After that, I only rarely use the Gravitrax base plates for some marble races I do, and even rarely for those insane marble run videos, which connects different marble run sets together. You might have also noticed that some other marble racing YouTubers do not really buy the idea of Gravitrax. Tydonimo Guy, he has Gravitrax but only used it for some of his 2019 marble run compilation videos. MNH Racing, I don't think he has Gravitrax marble runs. The same goes for Toy Racing or Premier Marble Racing. I'm pretty sure Christian's Marble Races also don't own any Gravitrax parts, and that he also commented he doesn't plan to get them in the future. But why is this the case? I think I can group them into a few reasons. First, limited ability to conduct marble races. Gravitrax marble runs are not built for conducting marble races. There's only one funnel included with the Gravitrax starter set, and the only way to build a fun marble race with Gravitrax is either by building a side-by-side marble race with the limited parts you get from the starter set, which also means if you want to use the cool extension parts in your race, you need to get at least 2 of each, or you can build a large Plinko-like track using the Gravitrax base plates, which the latter I still do to the present day. The second is limited compatibility. Common sense. Gravitrax marble runs are clearly not compatible with Mobulus, Marbleworks, Imaginarium, Lego Duplo, or Hubalino anything. It uses tiny 12mm marbles, and you also need steel marbles included in the Gravitrax parts to activate the magnetic cannon. Regular steel marbles doesn't work, I tried it before, so it is not really accessible for marble racing YouTubers like us to include them in our marble run racing builds. The third is vast complexity. Building a Gravitrax marble run takes time, and it's completely different to building a Mobulus marble run, because the building process puts emphasis on space rather than height and stability. Being an expert in building traditional Mobulus marble runs doesn't mean you grasp building Gravitrax marble runs easily and be a pro instantly, because it's just 2 completely different systems. The rise of Gravitrax Pro also complicated things a lot, since it introduced these hollow pillars and balcony platforms, further complicating how you build epic Gravitrax marble runs. Although the building mechanisms of Hubalino and VTech marble run systems are similar to Gravitrax, which puts emphasis on space, they are more easy to grasp, and they are more accessible for compatibility, more catered towards marble racing. After not building regular Gravitrax marble runs for 4 years, me myself, I cannot say I'm an expert at building Gravitrax, and it will take lots of practice for me to re-grasp the building concepts if I eventually do start to build with Gravitrax again. Number 4 is huge investment. Since Gravitrax introduction in 2019, the development of Gravitrax elements have come far from the original Gravitrax extensions like the magnetic cannon, the hammer, the scoop, to the newer regular extension parts, the tip tube, the volcano, elevator, bridges, tunnels, flex tubes, spiral, zip line, dipper, and the transfer. Then Gravitrax Pro introduced the Bernoulli rails, a number of vertical elements, and the idea of building vertically. Gravitrax Power with the electrically activated elements, the advent calendar sets with the new tiles, and now the vertical cannon expansion, the new vertical cannon extension in 2024. But it doesn't stop there. There are tons of new 3D printed Gravitrax extensions nowadays on Thingiverse, exponentially increasing the amount of Gravitrax extension products available in the market. To make a Marble One that is on par with today's expectations and standards of Gravitrax, what people expect a Gravitrax Marble One to be, you will need multiple of the standard Gravitrax made elements and starter sets for the standard tiles, as well as some of these 3D printed ones. That's a huge investment, to say the least, and I only own some of the basic Gravitrax extensions like the hammer, the scoop, the bridges, and the tunnels, apart from the Gravitrax starter set. The fifth element is space. Building a huge Gravitrax Marble One requires tons of space that me and most of other marble racing YouTubers unfortunately don't have. You also need an appropriate space to store of your Gravitrax parts. So these are some of the reasons I can come up with that maybe marble racing YouTubers may not choose to build with Gravitrax. Personally, I don't think my main channel is aimed at an European audience where Gravitrax is most popular within, so it doesn't get much love when comparing it with other marble racing videos on my main channel. That's also one of the reasons I gradually phased out from recording Gravitrax Marble One videos and focused on other Marble One racing videos. Initially, when I bought Gravitrax in mid-2020, I thought the system was very cool and different from the other Marble Ones I had at the time. I did not think that Gravitrax would eventually skyrocket into the stage it is now, but that left me very impressed that Ravensburger can come up with so many expansions for their Marble One system, and how the rise of 3D printed technology transformed Gravitrax to something a 14-year-old me at the time would think is not possible. Of course, I still love Gravitrax and I still keep up with some of the insane Gravitrax Marble One builds by channels like Kugelbahn.de, Master Marble, and Eric M. Gravitrax, just to name a few. However, I don't think I'd ever buy more Gravitrax parts, and I will not try to update my Gravitrax inventory and try to build some of the amazing Gravitrax Marble Ones or chain reactions they built in the past. I would only occasionally build some complex Gravitrax Marble Ones virtually using the Gravitrax app and continue to race marbles using the multiple base plates I own. Thanks for watching, and I hope you can learn something about myself and some of the perspectives about the Gravitrax Marble One system I have as a whole.